It's the BP Show, it's the BP Show, it's the BP Batting Practice Show with Joe and Thomas.
It is playoff baseball time here at Heritage Financial Park as the Hudson Valley Renegades and the Jersey Shore Blue Claws meeting for the second game of this North Division Championship Series. It's the BP Show. He's Joe Vasile, Thomas Cinzerla. We're on the road in Jersey Shore, now back home here in Wappingers Falls, New York, in which it was a closely contested game and a game in which the Renegades led for the most part. Ultimately fell 2-1, though, back at Shoretown Ballpark on Tuesday.
Yeah, great pitch game. Gave up only one earned run, but offense just couldn't score more than the one run that they did. It was great pitching all around on Tuesday. Jersey Shore stranded the bases loaded for the Renegades a couple of times. Had opportunities, just weren't able to capitalize on them.
Let's take a look at some of those highlights from Tuesday's affair again down in Lakewood, New Jersey at Shoretown Ballpark. Is really Yorlene Calderon on the hill, and he was really good. Ended up going 5 2/3 innings. And an impressive start for him, someone who's only just newly acclimated here into high A. This is where the Renegades got some offense, though, as Alexander Vargas tugged the baseball down the right field line. And, they were hoping there'd be a ground rule double Jersey Shore, but Vargas just kept on running. Ball kept in play as the bullpens are in play. And Jersey Shore, just like here in Hudson Valley, so kind of got caught in between some of the benches and the bullpen pitchers. And Vargas able to rack up his 7th triple overall between the playoffs and here in the regular season. Then Rafael Flores, impressive play there from Otto Kemp at third base. Flores beats it out. Infield RBI single, and Hudson Valley had a 1-0 lead.
Yorlene Calderon right back at it in the bottom of the 4th, gets a big strikeout there. Here's one of those chances the Renegades had with the bases loaded. A double play started by Otto Kemp around the horn to get out of the jam. That was the second time in the game that the Renegades had loaded the bases and weren't able to score. They had also done so back in the second inning. Calderon back at it, then Joel Valdez came after him. Pitched pretty darn well. He's been going well for the Renegades over his last couple appearances in the regular season. And then in the bottom of the 8th inning, Throwing error by Jared Cerna to lead off the inning puts a runner on first base against Cole Ayers, and that would eventually bring Caleb Ricketts up to the plate, and he had the biggest hit in the ballgame.
Yeah, first pitch of the at-bat, and Ricketts swats a go-ahead 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and so Jersey Shore comes from behind to take the 2-1 lead over Hudson Valley. And then in the top of the 9th, smooth sailing for Andrew Walling here, check swing. And
yeah, not really. That was not one that it looked like Anthony Hall went around on. And looking at that replay, it looks even worse than it did live that he was called out on that one. A controversial call right at the end for sure. But again, at the end of the day, the Renegades had the bases loaded 3 times throughout the game, weren't able to score. And that, more than any error, more than any call on a check swing, was what ultimately did them in. Pitching did the job. Gave up 1 earned run in 8 innings. And unfortunately, Jersey Shore's pitching was just a little tiny bit better on Tuesday night.
And looking forward to maybe another great pitching performance tonight. It'll be Cam Schlittler on the hill, 1-0 record of 4.76 ERA, his 3rd start overall in high A, opposite of Mitch Noonborn, someone we've seen a lot this year, 3-4 overall record, a 3.38 ERA. But Schlittler last week, 6 strikeouts and 5 scoreless innings for Hudson Valley against these same Blue Claws.
Yeah, Noonborn pitched really well against the Renegades last week as well. So you've got a couple of guys coming off the strong starts against this very same opponent. So looking forward to another good pitching matchup tonight.
Yeah, something's got to give, and there is a lot going on at the ballpark here tonight. It obviously is the playoffs, so it wouldn't be the playoffs without a rally towel, right? You know, first 1,000 fans presented by SoFi. Get one of these rally towels. You can hold one piece of it. It's one of my favorites. So see on the here.
There you go. You can't see anything.
A little breezy here at the ballpark. There we go.
All right, so you get the picture. It's a towel that you wave.
Yeah.
And for a rally.
It's always one of my favorite opening shots. You know, they're on the playoffs. They're all waving these things around, and they're getting the crowd going. So looking forward to seeing that tonight.
I think we should get those thunder sticks that the Angels had.
Oh yeah,
like 20 years ago. Those things, or maybe a rally monkey.
A rally monkey.
Yeah,
oh, always need one of those. Maybe get a rally dog. Get a dog in the dugout. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't an actual monkey.
Oh, I know. It was like a stuffed monkey. Yeah.
It was on the video board. It wasn't even a stuffed monkey.
Well, yeah. I thought some team had a rally like stuffed monkey.
I mean, that wasn't the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. But
No.
Also free parking, so that's a big perk for the fans coming out to the ballpark. And fireworks after the game as well. So
That's right.
That's a pretty nice Thursday to come out to the ballpark, see some playoff baseball between the Phillies and the Yankees high affiliates, and pick up a rally towel. Why not? But figured in lure of it being the postseason, we just try to do some type of fun quiz type of game here on the BP show. I figured just kind of spitballing here, maybe a few favorite postseason moments that you may have, and I'll put you on the spot a little bit for that you have. Growing up, whether just recently, just favorite postseason moments that happened. Like me, when I thought about it, just instantly, 2015 ALDS, Blue Jays and Rangers. I think that obviously the Jose Bautista bat flip in the 7th inning, but to me, that whole game was probably one of the games that I still remember vividly. I watched the entire thing, and that was over 4 hours. And just that whole 7th inning took like 45 minutes of its own because of the bat flip. And then in the top half of the inning, there was Shin-Soo Choo was like stretching his bat out, and Russell Martin went to throw the baseball back, and Choo's bat was over home plate, and it hit off the knob of the barrel and kicked away. And so there was like a 20-minute meeting about, well, what happens here? It's a live ball. So that was a whole lot of it. But that game itself and the series itself was just something that stuck out to me just recently in postseason baseball. Now it's 8 years ago. It's pretty crazy. But I don't know if you had any favorite postseason memories that stuck out for you, through the years.
I feel like I'm obligated to go with something Yankees related.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2001 World Series is always right up there, so emotional, right after 9/11. And then you've got the Yankees going up against the Diamondbacks, and obviously we all know how that one ended with the Diamondbacks winning that World Series in 7 games. But, I mean, whether it was Scott Brocious or Alfonso Soriano, Derek Jeter, their heroics in those 3 games at Yankee Stadium in the middle of that series made it so memorable of a series overall. And for me, that's up there. A playoff game that I was at was in the year 2000. This is not Yankees related, but the Mets against the San Francisco Giants in the National League Division Series.
Wow.
Bobby Jones, who was a pitcher who had to get sent down to AAA earlier in the season, threw a complete game one-hitter against the Barry Bonds and MVP Jeff Kent-led San Francisco Giants.
Jeff Kent.
To send the Mets on to the National League Championship Series that year, and obviously they would then get to the World Series, play the Yankees in the Subway Series. So being there at Shea Stadium for that game is such a memory of mine of my early baseball fandom. And then again, that 2001 World Series was really something else. And that was, I mean, the 2000 and the 2009 World Series are the only 2 Yankees World Series of my baseball fandom. I really kind of got into the sport in the year 2000. And so those 2, for whatever reason, 09 is not something that is really ingrained hard in my mind of that team, but really that the late 90s, early 2000s Yankees, even go back to the 98 World Series in Game 2 with the grand slam off Mark Langston, that just really solidified that series for the Yankees and an easy sweep of the San Diego Padres. To sweeping the Braves the next year, just a heck of a run that they had at that point.
Yeah, no, really is fun. And speaking of great pitching performances, well, I think that's another one was Roy Halladay's, a little Phillies related. So any Phillies fans maybe watching this or on the ballpark or at home or whatever.
Any Phillies fans, boo, boo.
But obviously, Roy Halladay, he hadn't made the postseason for so many years with the Blue Jays and ended up throwing a no-hitter 2010 against the Reds in his debut. I mean, had some family in Pennsylvania, and they're some Phillies fans, and like that's just a moment, that they have. So,
right.
Postseason baseball, there's nothing like it. I swear, it is. It was a great atmosphere too on Tuesday. I can't wait to see what it is tonight here at Heritage Financial Park again. First 1,000 fans get a ride towel. They got free parking, post-game fireworks.
The bar's been set of what the crowd needs to be tonight. It needs to at least match what the Jersey fans brought on Tuesday night. A lot of energy.
There was.
Get loud. Cheer. Really bring it tonight. That is my challenge to Renegades fans everywhere. Bring it.
Yeah, it really was. I can remember like every strike in the 9th inning was just, people just got louder and louder and louder, and it really was a great postseason atmosphere. But Joe's got his challenge for you. Renegades have a challenge themselves, down 1-0 in a best 2 out of 3 series against the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. Again, they win tonight. They play back here tomorrow at Heritage Financial Park, and we'll wait to see who the winner of this series will play. Greenville ended up defeating Hickory 3-2 in Game 1. It's a little bit of an upset as well in the South Division of things in the South Atlantic League.
Yeah, the ball now in Greenville's court, going back home, leading 1-0. 2 shots to try to eliminate Hickory.
Yeah, well, it'll be a fun week here in the South Atlantic League, and for all fans, whether Yankees or Phillies fan. That's going to do it for the BP Show here for today. Here's Joe Facile. I'm Thomas Cinzarella. Again, Game 2 of the North Division Championship Series. It's Cam Schlittler going against Mitch Newborn here tonight. You can catch us on the broadcast, or hopefully we'll see you back on the BP Show here tomorrow.
Bye.
The BP Show is the BP Show. It's the BP Batting Practice Show with Joe and Thomas.